Hi, welcome to the Biltmore.
Hey, what's your name and what's your role here at Tech?
I'm Scarlet Early, and I'm the Director of Development focusing on our Florida alumni. Hey, come with me. Let me show you some stuff.
So Scarlet, what's one piece of advice you give to women starting their careers at Tech?
I'd say 3 things. Network, don't limit yourself, and advocate for yourself.
Thanks. So, what woman has been a significant mentor or influence in your professional life?
The first person that comes to my mind is one of the first bosses I had here at Georgia Tech. Her name is Courtney, and she always provided a seat at the table for me. She really didn't diminish my role. She really helped me grow my career, and I still call her today for career advice.
Nice. Okay, in one word, describe the future of women at Tech.
It's a great question. I mean, the first word that comes to mind is limitless, boundless.
Okay, Scarlet, quick rapid fire. Buzz or Ramblin' Ray?
Oh gosh, it's like asking me to pick my favorite child. Buzz.
Blue Donkey or Duncan?
Blue Donkey all the way.
What's the best department at Tech?
Office of the Development, obviously. Here, let me go show you something in the lobby. Obviously had to say Buzz because we have Buzz right here.
Thanks for having us. Before we go, what hobbies or activities outside of work contribute to your personal well-being and professional success?
Well, I like to read a lot, and I have 2 young kids, so they take up a lot of my time and energy, but I do try to exercise some self-care. So whether that's reading or taking time with friends, surrounding myself with really good energy, I always make that a priority. Well, thanks guys so much for joining me today, but I do have to run. I have a couple meetings, so I'll leave you here.
Hi, are you Amy Bass-Henry?
I am.
Come on in.
Hi, Amy.
So can you tell us a little bit about your role here at Tech?
Yes, I'm the Executive Director of International Education. And what that means is I do lots of things related to both sending students abroad, bringing students to Tech, and also making sure that we have an internationalized experience on campus for our students.
Amy, can you tell us how you will be celebrating Women's Equality Day?
Yeah, for Women's Equality Day, I am going to make sure that, one, I celebrate the opportunities that I have as a woman that I recognize I wouldn't have had I been born in previous generations. I'm going to celebrate women like my Women Leading at Tech cohort in that photo, and other women who have been strong allies, sponsors, and especially mentors to me.
Okay, Amy, so can you share your career journey of what led you to your current role at Georgia Tech?
Yeah, so I actually started at Georgia Tech a long time ago in 1995, and it was only my second job out of college. I began working on study abroad only. I was the first person on campus to do that in a full-time professional role, and I really was excited when I celebrated 20 years. I'm close to 30 now, but at 20, we did some celebrating, thankfully. I was grateful to my team for that. One of my team members painted this for me. This was me climbing the mountain from, like 100 people studying abroad to over 2,000. And so I really love that I feel tied to the community here, and very much a part of Georgia Tech and what Georgia Tech is trying to do steadily. So it's made it a gratifying place to spend really my whole career.
That's amazing. Thanks for sharing.
Let me show you something this way. We'll go outside.
Okay, Amy, we're going to do a little bit of rapid fire. So, first question, Buzz or Ramblin' Breck?
Oh, Buzz.
Duncan or Blue Donkey?
Blue Donkey.
What's the best department at Tech?
Oh, international education. Okay, that's the cheap answer. Sorry. So actually, the Office of Undergrad Education really does amazing things for all our undergraduates. So this courtyard out here, the Ivan Allen College Dean uses this for receptions and events because the Dean's office is on the bottom floor of Savant. There's also great space over here for anyone to have lunch, to do some work. It's a really, really nice part of campus. And one of the fun things about this spot is that it is a favorite spot for graduates to take pictures. So I've probably photobombed more pictures than I want, but I also offer to take them for them. And you get such a nice view, both of Tech Tower, But then you have these glorious trees. And behind us, there's actually the part of the Atlanta skyline. So it's such a great place right here where everything kind of comes together. Big city, college campus, nature, all of it. It's an amazing spot.
So Amy, we're at our last question, and it is, what's the best part of being a woman at Tech?
Best part of being a woman at Tech is the community of other women and the community beyond that is equally supportive of women and women thriving and women in leadership roles. This is a place that really values diversity and thinks that not great minds don't all think alike, that great minds contribute many different things. And so it's always like invigorating and inspiring.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We really appreciate everything you do at Georgia Tech. And thank you for being a part of this today.
Yeah, thank you so much. At any time you want little facts and little trivia about Tech, I'm happy to tell you.
Hi, are you Kim Harrington? Hi, I am. Good afternoon. How are you? This is my colleague, Dean Stein. Dean Stein. So since we have you here, we're talking about Women's Equality Day, which is August 26th. If you had to introduce Kim Harrington, what would you say about her?
Kim Harrington. Let me think about this. Kim is a wonderful professional. She's a very fair administrator, a terrific supervisor, a friend to students, and overall a wonderful colleague.
And I feel the exact same way about Dean Stein. We've known each other for a long time, worked together closely, and I couldn't be happier to serve as a colleague and an office mate for these.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So we're going to ask Kim a couple questions about Women's Equality Day. Do you mind us heading to your office?
Sure, go on back. Go on back. Great. Hey, Sean, good to see you. I can see where I work.
So, what do you do here at Georgia Tech?
Sure. So I am really tremendously honored to serve as the interim vice president for Arts, Belonging, and Community. And so our team infuses creativity, sense of belonging, and community for all students at Georgia Tech. It's a wonderful opportunity to connect with our students. I really love my job.
Okay, great.
So this is where I spend some of my time, not all my time. I really try to get out on campus and spend time with students.
Yeah. So since we're in your office, what's something that you have in your office that contributes to your wellness while you're at work?
Oh, wow. A lot of it does. I think the plants, right? So there's greenery in here to bring the outside in. Honestly, I process thought. So my whiteboard kind of helps me kind of reduce stress by getting things out of my head and onto paper. I also have a couple of things over here. So this is images of my sons. My sons, Caleb and Grayson. Of course, they're small now, but now they're 18 and 19. So that's there. And there's also a reminder for me to just be still. And so sometimes things are frenetic and everything is happening all at once. It's just a reminder for me to just calm down and settle and be the calm in the sense of a storm.
So can you share your career journey and what led you to your current role at Georgia Tech?
Oh, wow. Sure, of course. And so that's an interesting journey. So I've been at Georgia Tech about 23 years. And so I started in the Student Center. I was Associate Director for Operations in the Student Center and loved it. Was there for about 14 years. Eventually moved up to be the Director of the Student Center. And that was home. I then served as the Chief of Staff to Kelly Fox, when she was Executive Vice President for Administration and Finance. Kelly then, transitioned outside of Georgia Tech, took another job outside. But I really found that I liked the Chief of Staff role. So then Dr. Hong had a Chief of Staff role, so I was interested in that, pursued that opportunity. And then as Dr. Hong spent some time with our students, she did some listening and realized our students at Tech, some of them displayed a need for community, belonging, and there was some loneliness. And so stood up a new division called Arts, Belonging, and Community. And when I was serving in that role, she said, I think your skills, your experience, your passion for students and that connection could really serve this role really well. So here I am and serving in this really first time inaugural role as AVP for Arts, Belonging, and Community, and absolutely love it. I honestly think every job that I've had up to this point has prepared me for this.
You mentioned the students needing belonging in community.
Absolutely.
How have you found a sense of belonging in community here at Tech? Are there any women who have contributed to your success at Tech?
Absolutely. And so I think about I've been very fortunate over 23 years to have come in contact with and develop relationship and community with lots of women. A couple come to mind. One is Pearl Alexander. Before I knew Pearl was an example to me of strong leadership, compassionate leadership. And so I kind of followed in her footsteps. And I think even before Pearl and I knew each other, she's a dear friend now, she was truly an example for me. I mean, I can think of the deeds. I think of Kay Husband's Feelings. I think of Leslie Sharp. I think of Susan Lozier. I think of Kelly Fox. and, Dr. Bolton today. So there are a number of women on campus who have really supported me. Stephanie Johnston comes to mind as well. So I've developed great mentors who've provided me with guidance on, career decisions or just been a thought partner. And sometimes just being a supportive friend, because sometimes it's tough, right? Over 23 years, it's been an interesting ride. And I've really just been very fortunate to have the women at Tech.
Before we head out, we're going to do a little bit of a rapid fire.
Okay.
So first, Buzz or Ramblin' Wreck?
Buzz.
White or gold?
Gold.
What's the best department at Tech?
Arts, Belonging, and Community, by far.
What's your favorite Week of Welcome event?
OK Connections. Oh, my neck is here.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much for coming.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you tell us your name and your role here at Tech?
Yeah, my name is Alyssa Rodriguez, and I'm the coordinator for student organizations here at Georgia Tech.
That's awesome. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you do?
Yeah, in my role here as the coordinator for student organizations, I work with Georgia Tech's nearly 600 registered student organizations and their student leaders, supporting them in whatever they might need.
So, Alyssa, can you share your career journey and what led you to your current role at Georgia Tech?
Absolutely. It actually won't take very long. I actually joined the Georgia Tech team back in June 2022. So I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary a few months ago. When I started at Georgia Tech, I had just graduated from grad school at Appalachian State University with my master's in student affairs administration. I only knew 2 things. I wanted to be in a big city and I wanted to be with students that I knew were going to make a difference in the future. So Georgia Tech was the place to be.
Thanks for sharing. We're so glad that you found your way here to Georgia Tech. So can you show me your favorite place in this office?
My favorite place in this office. Well, I think I have 2. My first one is probably all of my posters I have in here. And my favorite one has to be my all women poster that says women in all different languages you can see up here. My second favorite part of my office is probably all of my pictures I have of me and my sister around here because I love her so much.
So since we're in the Student Center, can you show us one of your favorite spots?
Yeah, let me show you. Welcome to the 3rd floor Student Center patio, one of my favorite spots.
Okay, Alyssa, it's time for some rapid fire questions. Don't overthink it. Just answer with the first thing that comes to mind.
Got it.
All right, first question. Buzz or Ramblin' Wreck?
Ramblin' Rats.
White or gold?
Gold.
What's a student org you wish you could join?
The Ramblin' Rat Club.
What's the best department at Tech?
That's easy. The Center for Student Engagement.
That's all the questions we have today. Thanks for having us, Alyssa.
Thanks for having me. Happy Women's Equality Day.